Yun siya. I see. Oh, I see. Got it. Ayan, marunong na ako guys. I was like trying to figure out kung paano gamitin itong banner dito, tsaka ano. So, yan, live na tayo. So, live na daw tayo. Ayan guys, live na. Tingnan na. Charge ko yung phone ko. Try lang ito sa akin guys ha. So, welcome new friends. Bihira lang kasi ako mag-LS, lalo na ngayon. May hobby, nandito pa siya sa bahay. So, mahirap. Maingay. Pero, titry ko lang. Walang masama sa magtitry, no? By the way, salamat pala sa mga bagong subscribers. We're 600 guys. 600. So, wow, that's a blessing. 600 na tayo, guys. 600 subscriber tayo. So, off ako ngayon. Ayan. Example ng banner. So, yun na pala yun. Ayan, yun yung mga example ng mga natin. So, punta tayo sa mga comments. So, yun, guys. Yay! Paano mag-share? Pwede itong i-share, guys. You can leave the studio, mga ganon-ganon. Nakaatas na ba ako sa ano? Teka. Tignan ko, guys, kung ayan, mag-share lang ako, guys. Mag-share lang ako. Ayan, mag-share lang ako, guys. Nandito ako sa isang. Mag-share daw ako. Ayan. Oh, may isang viewer. Ako pala yung viewer sa isang. Ay, nako. Ano ba yan? Ay, may viewer na ako. Ayun, guys. I'm not used to this kind of live streaming. So, sinusubukan ko, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, I'm gonna have to learn yung mga pa-jacket, mga ganun, guys. Kailangan nyo talaga akong turuan. So, just drop your comments, guys. Thank you. I have to learn pag comment kayo, guys, pag sinasabi nyo, like, drop a jacket, pag may pumapasok, mga ganun. So, I need to learn how to do that. So, welcome, guys. By the way, guys, pag na-hit natin ang 1,200 na subscribers, guys, magkakaroon ako ng giveaway. So, gagawa pa ako ng video para hindi masyadong mahaba to explain the mechanics sa ating giveaway. So, I will be sharing, the mechanics. But, I'll give you a hint, guys. Meron akong a crossbody Kate Spade na ibigay ko sa first prize natin. And then, $100 cash. I think what I'm gonna do a first prize, second, and third. So, $50 for second, and the third prize would be $50 as well. So, but as we continue to grow the channel, so magkakaroon ako ng more giveaway sa inyo, guys. Or yung palod ba, at least, magbibigyan din naman kayo. Parang incentive yun naman. But I'm in the US, so I'm trying to find any other avenue to see kung paano ako makapag-giveaway ng load sa inyo. So, bago lang tayo, guys. Bihira lang talaga ako magla-live stream. Usually, nag-upload lang ako ng video. So, ngayon, off ako. So, nasa meeting si hubby. So, let me try. Sabi ko, mag-try ako kahit 1 hour lang, guys. 1 hour. Kasi 8:49 na dito. So, 10 minutes na pala tayo, guys. So, I will probably do 1 hour live streaming. And then, ganun lang. Kasi practice lang muna tayo, guys. But gusto ko lang talaga magpasalamat doon kahit wala pa tayong viewers na manood. So, mag-iintay lang tayo kung may darating. So, yun. Kuha lang muna ako ng tubig, guys. Kasi I'm thirsty. So, nagsubok-subok lang ako. By the way, guys, I will be uploading a video starting today. We started our strict budget. Hello, Sisi! Thank you so much. Thumbs up. Ay, salamat. Ay, thumbs up. Thank you, salamat talaga. Naku, paano yan magpa-jacket, Sisi? Hindi ko alam. Kailangan ko matutong mag-ganyan. Anong gawin doon? Ay? No show. Ay. Paano mo sila bigyan ng jacket, Sisi? Salamat sa pindot mo lang name ko, Sisi. Pindutin ko lang yung name mo. Ang hirap pala nito na. Bakit tong ko hindi siya Ay. Uy. Ganun pala yung Sisi. Sandali lang, Sisi. Ala, vlog pa more. Oh my God. Ano ba yan? Ba't ayaw akong pag-anuhin? Quote user and wala, hindi pwedeng ganun. Ano ba yan? Ayan, nandyan ka na, Sisi. So, anong gawin ko doon? Yan, okay na yon? May jacket ka na ba yan pag ganyan? Tapos moderator kaso dapat na di doon sa StreamYard, Sisi, gamit ko CP. Ganun. Okay. Ano ako ha? Hanggang gagawin ko. Ay, nandyan ka na sa plus na yung name mo. Pero, okay lang yan, Sisi. Practice lang, Sisi. Masasanay ka niya. Kailangan kita magbigyan ng jacket. Matutunan kita kung anong mga pinaggagawa natin, Alam mo yung mouse ko, pag I try to click your name, inilipat-lipat ako. Bakit gano'n? Ang ingay ko. Ayun, nandiyan ka na, Sisi. Pindot mo na lang name ko, Sisi. Ayan, dapat practice. I cannot seems, ayan. May jacket. Wala pa ring jacket. Wala pa ring jacket, Sisi. Paano yan? Uy, pati natago-tago pa niya ako. Ay, Isami, welcome, Bibi. Bibi, nagtatry ako paano magbigay ng jacket. Hindi ako masyadong marunong. Alo, patay tayo nito. Dapat may magturo sa akin. Paano yan? Sandali lang, guys, ha. Inaalam ko to. Salamat sa thumbs up, Isa. Thank you, baby ko. Ay, welcome, Libon Calvifi. Thank you. Nahirapan ako paano magbigay ng jacket. Oh my God. Oy, salamat sa pagpasok, mga Inday. Paano yan? Ayan, Silbon ka. Ayan, thank you sa thumbs up. Ipa-plus ko kayo guys ha. Pero hindi ako marunong mag-ano. Click mo yung may add moderator. Add moderator? Saan mahahanap yung add moderator ga? Ito? Yung may tao? Open CC sa tab mo. Ito? Yan? Hala guys, pasensya. Yung invite, punta ako sa invite. Tapos punta ka sa LS mo CC. Lo. Sa mga names. Sa mga names. Tapos, ay, hindi na ba yan? Hindi ate. Ay, hindi. Punta ba ako sa settings? Hala, ano ba yan? Maliit, tatlo? Okay, tatlo. Maliliit na tatlo. Oh, yeah, I found it. So, i-add ko kayo. I saw 3. Tatlo, i-add ko kayo. May CP ka dun, mas mabilis. Mayroon akong CP. Yun, so maliit na tao, yeah. Ay, hindi pala. Yung tatlong dot? Anong gagawin ko sa tatlong dot lang ga? Hindi mo siya makikita sa StreamYard, open ka ng YT. Okay, okay, okay. Dito, okay, dito ako. Hindi pala. Kafly. Punta ako sa isa punta ka sa YT channel mo. Okay, sige, sige, sige. Punta ako sa channel ko. Later. Okay, paano tayo? Baba ko muna to. Snoop. Mali pala to, mali. Hay naku guys, hindi ko pa siya nakita. Ano ba yan? Ala, may invite. Ayun ba? Hindi ba yun invite? Copy to the clipboard. Okay, invite. Guys, ewan ko. Pasensya na kayo guys. Mag-ano ako, tutunan ko ito. Kung paano ako magbigay ng jacket, ng kung ano-ano. Pasensya na kayo guys. Hi Cheryl Pinida. Good evening pa. Shout out Cheryl. Pasensya na guys. Bago kasi ako. I'm trying to learn about this live stream ng live stream yard. So, hindi ko alam paano pa magbigay ng jacket. Kailangan kong pag-aralan. Sabi, click ko lang yung tawag dito. Ayan, Cheryl Pinida, shout out. Thank you for coming to my... Pasensya na kayo guys. Promise, pag-aralan ko muna ito, yung paano magbigay ng jacket. Then share your live stream po. Thank you guys for sharing. I truly appreciate that. Hayaan nyo guys, pag-aaralan ko muna ito kasi trial and error lang ito. By the way guys, mayroon akong giveaway pag na-hit natin ng 1,200. May video akong ginawa pero hindi ko pa siya na-upload. I think I'm gonna do another one, yung hindi masyadong mahaba. Pero bigyan ko lang kayo ng mechanics sa gagawin natin na giveaway. Pag na-hit natin ng 1,200 guys, magbigay ako ng crossbody Kate Spade. It's a black color with a bling bling. And then $100 cash, bali $50 yung first prize natin yung bag, and then second yung $50, and then another $50. Bali total of $100. So ipakita ko lang sa inyo yung bag guys. Kunin ko lang para at least makita yun yung anong i-give away natin. Pero guys, yung mechanics natin, magbigay lang kayo, mag-watch kayo ng ng video ko, and then make sure you comment down sa video na pinapanood nyo, or if I was in the live stream, at least to watch 1 hour, guys. So, 600 na tayo, subscribers. So, thank you so much sa inyo. Kunin ko lang, guys. Kunin ko lang siya, ha, para Isa yan, my cousin, anak ng ko guys, ng pinsan ko si Isa. So guys, kayo, follow each other guys, show some love. Hindi pa ako marunong magbigay ng jacket, pero aralin ko yan. Hang on a second. Guys, ito yung bag. Brand new to guys ha. It's a brand new authentic Kate Spade. So ito yung i-give away natin, yung grand prize natin guys. Tingnan natin. So original price nito guys is $329. So guys, ito yung, hindi to siya sponsored ha. This is not a sponsored giveaway, but this is part of I love purses. Minsan kasi na bibili ko siya ng mura, dati nagbibinta ako, so nag-stop ako nagbinta kasi dahil sa pandemic. So mayroon akong mga naiiwan. So ganito guys, malaki siya, very fancy. Mayroon siyang malaki sa ilalim. Ayan. May malaki siyang compartment, tapos isa dito. And then, may bling-bling siya, guys. Ayan, ayan. So, keep on watching, guys. You never know, you will be the lucky winner of this Kate Spade. Tsaka, ayan, guys, so, malaki siya. Brand new to, guys, ha. Brand new to. Ayan, may tag pa siya. May mga ano pa siya. So, by the way, hindi to siya sponsored, ha? This is, but this is an authentic Kate Spade crossbody purse, guys. So, this is going to be our grand prize when we hit 1,200 subscribers. So, please help share the live stream, guys, to your friend. And, but you never know, you will be the lucky winner of the brand new Kate Spade crossbody purse, or you can win the $50 cash. So dalawang mananalo ng $50 na prize, guys. So I'm really excited. We are at 600 subscribers right now, guys. And of course, guys, as our channel grow, I will also continue to bless you guys and share my blessing with you. So yun, guys. So yeah, thank you, Cheryl, for the thumbs up. So guys, this is like awesome. I really wanted this, pero guys, sobrang dami ko ng bag. Sobrang dami ko ng bag. So medyo pahinga muna ako sa bag kasi mahilig ako sa mga bag and shoes and everything. So abangan nyo lang, guys. Like I said, as my channel grow, I will continue to share some blessing with you guys, and we continue to help each other. So, ayan, ganda. Oo, sis, like it's super siya, super classy, when you go to like especially pag nagpunta ka, hi Faith, shout out, thank you for the thumbs up. So, pag nagpunta ka ng party, tsaka maganda dito, guys, you can put your wallet, you can put your cellphone, at tsaka meron siyang out pocket sa likod siya, guys. Ayan, may pocket siya. Oh, kaysa magbayad ka ng almost $400. Ako kasi, guys, mahilig ako sa bargain. So, I never paid full price sa aking mga bag. So, yun, may pa-entry pa ikaw, Tita Host. Yes, this is our entry, guys. This is going to be, when we hit 1,200, sa mga bagong pasok, guys, when we hit 1,200 subscribers, this is going to be our grand prize, the Kate Spade. Original to, guys, ha. Hindi to siya fake. This is all authentic Kate Spade crossbody, guys. Malaki siya, Tsaka mayroon siyang pocket sa labas, at tsaka sa loob niya, guys, dalawang compartment sa loob. May malaki at tsaka may maliit. So, ito yun, guys. So, magsipag kayo sa pag-share ng ating live stream videos, or, invite your friend to subscribe, And, of course, I would like to require at least 1 hour watch, guys, pag nag-live stream ako. Hindi ako masyadong nagla-live stream, especially ngayon, my hubby is still at home, working from home for the next week. So, after after next week, so you guys will see me live streaming in the morning. So 8 a.m. Central Time, Texas. Kasi yung Texas, we are on a Central Time. So usually sa Pilipinas, mga gising pa kayo nun eh. Gabi sa Pilipinas, so umaga sa akin. So I'm gonna try to live stream in the morning before work. Kasi sa gabi minsan pagod na ako dahil sa busy sa work. But anyway, sa mga bagong pasok, guys, ayan, si Faith, may pa-entry po ikaw, Tita. So, yes, grand prize natin, guys, is a black Kate Spade crossbody purse. Worth nito, guys, is $329 yung original price niya. Pero, why spend so much money on a brand new purse when you can win that by watching my live streaming, diba? And then, second prize, $50, and then the third prize, another $50, guys. So, dahil bago pa tayo, hindi pa tayo money, guys. So, medyo tipid-tipid muna tayo. But, like I said, sa mga hindi nakakilala sa akin, guys, I love to share my blessing whenever I have the opportunity na mag-share, when our channel is continue to grow, we'll continue to share more blessing. At saka, mag-suggest kayo ano yung gusto nyong, mga pa-premium natin in the long run. Kasi, we're just starting, guys. So yun, thank you sa thumbs up, guys. Thank you, Faith. Thank you guys for coming. So sa 5 viewers ko, salamat talaga sa pagpunta, guys. So 31. So I'm probably gonna end the live stream in 30 more minutes. So kasi medyo late na dito siguro. May 30 minutes na tayo, guys. After 30 minutes, so mag-i-end live tayo. Kung may mga tanong kayo, guys, about me, sa mga bago dito, guys, I'm a professional manicurist. So 15 years ako naging manicurista. At the same time, I also run a small business salon. So mayroon akong full service salon. I specialize on artificial nails. And also, I specialize on medical pedicures, lalo na yung mga diabetic patients, yung mga ganon. Also, I specialize on reconstructing toes. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng reconstructing toes? Hi, Lodeline! Thank you for the thumbs up. Guys, pagpapasensyahan nyo ako, I'm not really good at, hindi ako marunong masyado pa sa magbigay ng jacket, but follow each other, guys. You know, show some love. Kung hindi pa kayo nagdikitan, magdikitan na kayo. Show some love. So yung minsan kasi may mga toes na tutruma yung mga kuko ba. Tapos siyempre yung iba nahihiya mag-wear ng sandals. Okay, no problem. But thank you for coming. Oh, thank you for coming. So ang ginagawa ko, inaayos ko siya through naglalagay ako ng fake ng acrylic nails. Hindi depende sa sa klase ng toes nila kung anong condition ng toes. Nandito na yata ang hobby ko. Hey. Oh yeah, I forgot because I was trying the live streaming here, figuring out if I can do it, but I did. So mag-silent na tayo, guys, kasi nandito na si boss, ha? Oh, where are they at right now? Mag-silent na lang ako, guys, ha? Mag-type na lang ako.
Help arrive from President Trump launched Operation Legend in July of this year. Almost immediately, the FBI took over Decker's case. In a matter of days, they arrested 4 people. The 5th suspect, Taylor, was arrested in Texas on unrelated charges. He's an illegal immigrant with a long criminal record. He had been deported in September and had come back in October to terrorize our community. I'm extremely grateful to President Trump and the FBI for their efforts to deliver justice for Jackie and all the other innocent victims of violent crime. I'm honored to support the president because he is supporting us. I know he will never stop fighting for justice, for law and order, for peace, security in our communities. Greetings, my fellow Americans. I am Clarence Henderson. There have been movements that have changed the course of history. Among the most extraordinary was the Civil Rights Movement. 60 years ago, segregation was legal.
Kamusta may rin?
Good. I think it went well. It was kind of tense there for a while, but it
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're just like, Lord, just praying, you know.
Wow. I know, I was praying, coming here.
I think the bottom line, well, obviously the bottom line was that he was feeling like, well, because I don't know if I mentioned that they, you're not online.
No, it's live, but it's silent. I'm facing this one. I'm just finishing that. Okay. No,
No, but I'm saying you're not live.
no, it's silent. It's off. It's me. I was doing that. Okay. No, they're not hearing you. Anyway, so
That they had said, because he had wanted to leave eventually, so because he had didn't have a good attitude, you know, he was kind of roll his eyes sometimes. It's like you know, there was bad attitude basically, and some stuff that he wasn't doing that he was supposed to be doing. Or he's selective, kind of like not willing to do certain things. And so when he said that he wanted to leave, think of, you know, and, you know, eventually go back to school, they said, well, let's go ahead and tell him, or they talked to him and said, okay, so we're going to do, they prayed about it, and they thought like, well, it's not really working out anyway, you know. So they told him yesterday, you can work the rest of August.
Right.
And then because, you know, how you get paid in most places, it's a delayed paycheck. So he would still get paid until September 16th, right? Even though he was only going to work one more week.
Right.
Well, he was kind of in a rush because he had to go somewhere else after that, after the meeting. But he was kind of, or school, was it school?
Oh, he has a school already?
Yeah, but I think that's what he said it was. He had to go somewhere. He had to leave. But he thought, he was kind of like upset, like you're basically just firing me. Like I wanted to do this, and you know, later on, well, maybe once I have a job lined up, and okay, and I'll give you guys time, and
right.
And so yesterday he was supposed to show up at 3 for work, and he didn't show up. And so Pastor Lori asked Pastor, hey, have you heard from him? Has he said anything? No. So they talked to him and said, hey, or he finally, I guess, showed up and said, our Pastor Danny had texted him, you know, what's the problem? Like, you know, where are you at? You know, you're supposed to be here at 3. So he finally sent this long text and basically said, well, I'm just hurt because I'm kind of angry because I feel like you are, you know, I'm telling you that I want to leave eventually, but it's like you're firing me before I can quit. He goes, like, so that you can look good. And so Pastor Danny, he read the whole text, like for us, it was Pastor Abel in there too. And he says, when have we treated you bad that you're saying this? He goes, honestly, I'm offended that you would think that of us, of me, that, you know, we're firing you, you know, because we're concerned about the way it's going to look to us. And when have we treated you that way? And he gave examples. He says, you know, just recently we something about taxes.
Right.
Something about taxes, that they helped him with his taxes. Like they gave him some form to sign, I guess, so he could pay less taxes or something. We're always looking out for you. We think about you. He says, in fact, you know this, we've told you, we paid you the same rate that we paid Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Derek had a lot of experience.
Right.
He's worked other jobs and he's had experience, very mature. And he did everything we asked him to.
Right.
You had very little experience, and we even told you we're going to pay you the same rate. Why? Because you have this family coming up. You know, now of course you have your son. You know, because you just got married and all of this, and you know, so we understood that. So, you know, so for you to say like we don't care about you, you know. When have we treated you? And even tell Pastor people, have we ever treated him? Or, you know, no, never have. So bad? No, it's always. He says, no, I understand. He goes, no, but then he said, like, but that's the past. I'm talking about like right now. He goes, you're saying you're letting me go. He goes, that's firing, that's terminating, you know. But he's like, well, it means you're not going to be working with us anymore. But it doesn't mean like we're firing you. It's like, no, it's you wanted to leave, and we're just. Especially because of the things that, you know, for the past few months, you haven't had a good attitude. And because Pastor Lori would even cry to me. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like on eggshells. Like I'll ask him to do something and he kind of, you know, so it's always like, you know, how is he going to react kind of a thing? You know, what do I do? How do I deal with it? And Pastor Danny would tell him, well, you want me to step in and kind of help you with it? No, I got it. She says, but I want you to know how it affected her. You know, I mean, it's hurtful to her the way you were acting. Like for instance, the van, they have to have a maintenance log, you know, because since it's daycare, you have to have Because if something happens, it breaks down, and something happens or whatever, and then somebody gets hurt, we can get sued. Oh,
Right.
because you didn't maintain it. So they have to prove, look, we have a maintenance log. He hadn't done it since November. You're supposed to do that every month. So, that was just an example.
Mm.
He just said,
Maybe he's
so
just
finally, when Pastor Danny made that, when he spoke to him that way about like, oh, this was really the thing. He says, look, I know I'm not supposed to be afraid. He goes, but honestly, yeah, I'm a little bit anxious. He goes, but I know God is going to take care of us. I know God is going to provide. I know, I do know that. He says, but that's when Pastor Danny, when he's talking to him, he says, look, you understand. He goes, I hope that you understand. We always have your best interests. He goes, because we use things. We don't use people. We've never used you, right? We care about you. So come September 16th, right? That's your last paycheck. If you still don't have a job or even a prospect, just don't think we're gonna, forget it. He doesn't work for us. We'll see what we can do to help you. To help you until you're able to get a job. Don't think we're just gonna let you go. We love you. He says. And that's what he kind of, I guess. Okay. Because I did ask when Alvin was first, saying how he felt and felt like you just wanted to fire me, you just wanted to let me go. And I said, well, did you say, Alvin, did you ever tell the pastors this is when I'm planning to leave, or this is my plan, this is what I'm thinking? He said, well, no, I never really did that. I said, okay, and then that's when they kind of were going back and forth. Because I'm trying to get it, because I wasn't in the meeting, so I don't know exactly what you guys spoke or whatever. So
who were there? Just you and the pastor?
Just the men, because Pastor Lori was there, and then Pastor Cindy was there, and Pastor Lori says, Pastor Danny says, did you want to stay? And she asked you, would you want me to stay? He goes, no, I don't think. He goes, no. He goes, I don't think you or Pastor Cindy, should be here. Just us. So then they left, which I thought was good because it's just a man,
Yeah.
I think emotions. It's already an emotional thing. I get it. So anyway, I think once Alvin heard that, kind of like, oh, okay. I think they're not just getting rid of me, kicking me out. No, they They generally care about me, and even if we don't have a job, they're still going to help us. That if I think he felt more at ease, and that's when he kind of like, well, because then I do apologize, Pastor, because of the, for my attitude for the past few months. It wasn't right, and I apologize. And
I guess maybe it's too overwhelmed with him because the lack of experience and it's big responsibility.
And
maybe
it shows too. He still has some growing to do as a young man, young in the Lord. He was on. It's not that far removed from when he was a drug addict, and to now coming full circle, and now he's a husband, now he's a father,
right?
And you want to, he's growing in character. I think it's a real test of character. He's realizing, hopefully, because even Pastor, it was beautiful because they just shook hands because across the table, and then Pastor was like, "Get over here," and the other was give him a hug, right? So they hugged it out, and Pastor Danny, he says, "You're a young man." He goes, "You do have a lot of growing to do, but don't ever be afraid to come up to someone who has more experience, has dealt with a lot more stuff, has lived a lot longer, to say, look, I need some guidance. I need some help." I says, because then God's going to use you later on to help somebody.
And that's what my question too, because you mentioned earlier that Pastor already has a lot of, having trouble dealing with him. And well, for me as Pastor Lori, and why don't you have Pastor Danny step up? Because as a senior pastor, he needs that manly leader. Then I guess, because sometimes, like as a man, and then you have a girl, like, yes, even though Pastor Lori has more experience, right, ministry-wise, but sometimes men has different respect for a man, authority over them than a girl. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like maybe that's when they kind of like messed up there. They should like Pastor Lori should have asked Pastor Danny, hey, you know what? I think maybe you need to talk to him because you're like kind of like the father of the church. He needs that.
Mhm.
And that's, I think maybe that's Pastor Lori's also weakness, that something that she needs to, I know she's good at it, but at the same time, this is not a business, this is a ministry.
Mhm.
That's something she should have like say, you know what, Pastor Danny, like, you are the senior pastor. And I felt like, this is how Alvin is running the ministry, you need to step in. You know what I mean? That to me, that's probably they need to do stuff like that because like the father figure kind of a thing is totally different. You know what I mean? So,
Well, especially I think maybe in his case because that's
Yeah.
what he was used to with Pastor Abel.
yes, and
I
then she
think he
would.
was so used to that, and he did say
Mhm.
that he says, honestly, I was kind of hesitant about even taking the job
Mhm.
because I knew there was a lot of stuff that I don't know how to do, right? Or I'm not. He says, but you guys had assured me when you come on, we'll take you under our wing,
Right.
kind of like help disciple you, help train you,
Mm.
things like that. He says, and I felt like I didn't really get that much.
Mhm.
It was more like, okay, here's the list, all the things you need to do. But then Pastor Danny says, yes. He goes, now I do apologize for that. If you were
Mhm.
expecting more from me, and I didn't give you that, I do apologize for
And
that.
you're right.
He says, but he says, I do. He goes, but I don't think you're being completely honest because you understand. Because I was there too. When she would tell you, okay, here's the list to do. Now, if you have any trouble with any one of those things, because I know I'll help you. I'll take you through the step. I'll take you through the process. If you don't know how to do this presentation or if you know how to do that, whatever, right? Whatever was on the list, I'll help guide you through it. But you didn't ask for that, And he goes, yeah, you're right. I didn't. He was. They were both. It was really refreshing or really good to see that they were both just being honest and open. And,
Yeah, I
and
think with him,
airing those things out, but of course in a Christian loving way. At first, I was praying because remember how Pastor Danny says that
Can
you
you give
and
me water real quick before you continue?
how you and him are very alike, right? And you can be explosive.
Right.
And I could see at first.
Oh.
And it's like he's getting a little huffy. I'm like, oh shoot! If he explodes, then of course it's gonna be back and forth. You know what I mean? He'll get huffy too. And I thought, shoot, I thought, Lord, just help him, just stay in a spirit of love. And but no, he was controlled.
Oh, that's good. That's
Kind of
good.
calm down.
Yeah, I think to me, as you expressed the thing with, is because on based on what you tell me, his point, like, okay, he has that expectation, okay, maybe his expectation, okay, Pastor Dan is gonna be there for more for me and showing more for me.
Especially that's
And
what he was used to.
because he was used to Pastor Abel. Because you see, Pastor Abel is very like hands-on. That's the
Yeah.
thing with Pastor Abel. That's what I noticed with them. Like they're very hands-on. So he learned from him. And then when he saw that, like, that's a totally different ball game for him. And being an inexperienced, so that's like hard for him to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but thank God they hooked it out. And
Well, that's good. Thank God.
Yeah. Take my shoes on.
Okay, I just got 10 minutes of this. Let me see. Okay. Well, I'm glad that it went good.
Mike Pence is going to speak.
What up?
Mike Pence is going to speak.
Oh, Mike Pence in a little bit.
Mom texted me on the way over. She's like, "Oh my gosh, the last speaker at the convention just sharing scripture." She goes, "It was beautiful." And I says, "Yeah, thank God for this new Republican Party under Trump."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, like, what do you mean?" I said, "It's like some of the Fox News guys were saying. The others, like George Bush, McCain, they would never even have allowed those kind of speakers. Hardcore conservatives that
Right.
are going to talk about abortion, they wouldn't do that. They'll have pro-life people, but just kind of like don't say anything too.
Yeah.
They would call it extreme, right? Not too far because we don't want to alienate people. They're so political. They think so politically that it just like they don't realize how that's not how you reach people. This is to me, this is solidifying the base. All the conservatives are like, praise God.
Yeah.
It gets you excited, passionate. It gets you.
I mean, the silent majority, because that's what people need.
Well, and that way we're not a silent majority anymore. We can be actually vocal.
Daddy, do you know how to highlight names?
On what we mean.
I just want to see how I learn, but my thing is moving.
What do you mean?
Like, you click the name they said, you click their name to give them so that they can be part, like if they, they vote. But I don't know, it just went in there. Like
I don't know what you're trying to do.
trying to highlight their names, like that way they said you give them a jacket. But I don't know, they said they told me to click their name, but I don't know how to do it. Because when you highlight their name, it turns blue. It's supposed to turn blue when you highlight their name.
Where's the pen?
Yeah, it's supposed to, when you click, because they told me to just, maybe that's what they told me earlier. She said there's a thing there you click.
I don't know if that fixes it.
Yeah, because they said if you go to their name, you're supposed to.
No, but I was doing this where you right click.
Is that probably like double or whatever?
That's not the highlight.
Yeah, because there's a little what do you call it when you do that? It's let me show you. Maybe let me show you. Like if you go to like a live streaming, this is what it looks like. I don't know how to do it. I mean, they always do that. Okay, let's see. This one's not like this way. This one is live, right? And you see how it goes like that? Okay, this person, they haven't had this, so it's supposed to be that little thing. Where do you find that symbol in there?
You're asking me like if I know about YouTube. Is that what I know?
They said to just click the name. I don't know.
Well, but you click the name, it says show. So if you clicked on show?
Show, and then.
Instead, Democrats spent 4 days attacking America. Joe Biden said that we were living through a season of darkness. But as President Trump said, where Joe Biden sees American darkness,
Okay. We need to watch. I'm just gonna try to figure it out here. I will figure out.
in these challenging times,
Let's see how the maybe the banner thing.
to meet any challenge, to beat any foe. America needs 4 more years of President Donald Trump in the White House.
No. Taking the stairs.
Before I go further, allow me to say a word to the families and communities in the path of Hurricane Laura. Our prayers are with you tonight. Our administration is working closely with authorities in the
Oh
states.
my God, this is crazy.
FEMA has mobilized
Talaga
resources and
mag-
supplies for those in harm's way. This is a serious storm. And we urge all those in the affected areas to heed state and local authorities. Stay safe. And know that we'll be with you every step of the way. To support, rescue,
Edit audio. Oh, you can do edit
in the
up.
days and weeks ahead.
Need that.
Huh?
That's what America.
Yeah, I'm gonna brine it in a little bit. Once. Oh, you can put
40
the
years ago, I
avatar.
answered the call to join this ticket
Like,
because I knew that Donald Trump had the leadership and the vision to make America great. And for the last 40 years, I've watched this president endure unrelenting attacks, but get up every day and fight to keep the promises that he made to the American people. So with gratitude for the confidence President Donald Trump has placed in me.
You still hungry, love?
Just a little.
You wanna eat your shrimp or something?
To run and serve as Vice President of the United States.
Maybe this way. Let me try this way. That's weird. Mm.
Serving the American people in this office has been a journey.
Well, I think I call.
Hmm?
I need to call Western Union if they're open. Because Doyet said that they're not accepting it because
Beginning with my
So
wonderful
stupid.
wife here.
Why?
I would use the same name, Talia May Galan or whatever.
So what happened?
So, but I guess her ID says Talia May P Galan as an initial.
So you have to cancel it.
So I don't know if I can adjust it or cancel it or whatever.
No, you can adjust it. Or sometimes they'll tell you.
But I have to call though, right?
You have to call, yeah, you have to call. Kailangan this is practice lang si sana ito din. Gamit ka CP mo, tapos punta ka sa LS mo CC. Ate, dan sa ito sila pa inke at tinatagpundat sa gilid kung tap gamit mo and click mo yan, mag-add ka moderator diyan. Moderator.
And her fiance, who, like so many other Americans, had to delay their wedding this month. But we can't wait for Dan to be a part of it. In addition, my wife and kids, the person who shaped my life the most is also with us tonight.
I think this one.
My mom.
Oh, I guess I know. New tab. I see. And then.
She is the daughter of an Irish immigrant, 87 years young. And Mom follows politics very closely. The truth be told, sometimes I think I'm actually her second favorite candidate on the Trump-Pence ticket. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Over the past 4 years, I've had the privilege to work closely with our president. I've seen him when the cameras are off. Americans see President Trump in lots of different ways. But there's no doubt how
Ano
President
ba
Trump
yan? Tatanda sa gilid kong laptop gamit mo. Click mo yan, may add moderator dyan. Tapos, or open kasi si sa patab. Sa gilid kong laptop gamit mo. Click mo yan, may add moderator. Ano ba yan? Open kasi si sa patab.
fall silent when our heritage is demeaned or insulted. He's not your man.
Ano ba yan?
Now we came by very different ways. And Some people think we're a little bit different. See, I learned things like watching you deal with all we've been through.
I think maybe I can go here.
On his own time. Not much gets
Pasig.
better.
I think maybe I can go here.
He's liable to share.
Pasig.
He certainly got things interesting. But more importantly, President Donald Trump has kept his word to the American people. In a city of President Trump is a doer. Few presidents have brought more independence, energy, or determination to that office. 4 years ago, we inherited a military
Mag-end
by devastating budget cuts, an economy struggling to break out of the
I
slowest
got
recovery
American.
since the Great Depression. ISIS controlled a land mass twice the size of Pennsylvania, and we witnessed a steady assault on our most cherished value, freedom of religion.
Go to Avatar. Saan din sinabi?
You should change the name.
On what?
The sender. Yes.
Sinsya na guys, hindi ako marunong pa magbigay ng jacket. Inaaral ko pa, pasensya na kayo. Pero dikitan ko kayo mamaya. Pasensya talaga kayo guys. Pinag-aaralan ko pa. O, ingat ka sa pag-duty mo. Balikan ko kayo mamaya ha. Babalikan ko kayo. Ang hirap magbigay ng jacket. Hindi ako marunong. Ano ba yan? Vlog pa more. Yung giveaway pa natin guys. Anong kalimutan? Yung giveaway natin. Yan. Huwag yung kalimutan. Baka kayo manalo. Maglista pa kayo. Ayaw maglista mo ako.
Yes.
Thank you guys sa palala. Maglista mo na. Tuhan ko na. Oo nga pala no, lista ko muna kayo. Lista ko kayo. Maglista. Thank you sa paalala. Maglista tayo. Okay guys. 1 hour na guys.
Talia May P. THALIANAY P. Period. Talia May P. THALIANAY P. Period. Talia May P. TALIAMAYP. Period. You need to speak to an operator. Talia May P. TALIAMAYP. Period. Yes. No. I hope it did it right because it did it through the automated system. But to change her name, Talia May, to Talia May P. So, like,
I know. Still can't figure out this thing.
I asked to speak to representative, but it's like, it says, if you, I can switch it to representative, but you still have to say the first and last name. I'm like, okay, well. And I thought it was going to switch me, but then it said to repeat it. That's why I was getting frustrated because I'm like saying it over and over.
Oh, walang anuman guys. Lista na kayong lahat.
Rebuild hospitals, surge military medical personnel, and enacted an economic rescue package that saved 50 million.
Hindi ako marunong magbigay ng jacket. Ano ba naman ito?
We're developing a growing
Lista.
of therapeutics, including
Lista.
convalescent plasma, saving lives. Now, last week, Joe Biden said that no
Mag-brine muna ako ng ano. Let's go brine chicken. So before I go to sleep.
is a nation of miracles. We're on track to have the world's first safe, effective
Paano? Talaga hindi siya marunong.
this year.
Diba dapat mag-double click? Do you have to double click maybe? They don't have a lot of option here.
Tonight, our hearts are all
Ayun na. What?
and have been
5 minutes naman. Uy, ala, patay. Ba't ginawa yung double? My God, ano ba yan?
This night, I know
Punta
that
ka
there
sa
is
LS message.
great God.
Tingnan natin. Punta tayo sa LS ko.
Our country doesn't get through such a time unless its people find the strength. The response of doctors, nurses, first responders, farmers, factory workers, truckers, and everyday Americans.
Oh, yay! I know that. Add moderator. Ayan pala.
Veronica said, put on her scrubs,
Oh, yeah. Naalam ko na pala. Hindi mo na siya nakikita sa screen. Yes, na-add kita as moderator. Nakita ko na. Nakita ko na siya. Yeah.
her brother William is a New York City fireman.
Pero, paano?
And they're both emblematic of heroes all across the country.
This is selfish.
They're with us tonight. And I say to them and to all of you, you have
Tapos,
earned the admiration of the American people, and we will always be grateful for your service and care.
yan, nakita ko na siya. Top chat, sama siya sa subscription siya.
Thanks to the courage and compassion of the American people, we're slowing the spread. We're protecting the home. We're saving lives. And we're opening up America. Because of the strong foundation that President Trump poured in our first 3 years, we've already gained back 9.3 million jobs in the last 3 months alone. And we're not just opening up America. We're opening up America's schools. And I'm proud to report that
Yeah, add kita.
that schools
Na-add kita as
will
moderator.
be returning to her classroom.
Dito, nakita ko na siya. Pero hindi ako marunong magbigay ng jacket. Bakit ganun?
Thank you for being there for our kids. We're going to stay with you every step of the way. In the days ahead, as we open up America again, I promise you, we'll continue to put the health of America first. And as we work to bring this economy back, we all have a role to play. We all have a choice to make. On November 3rd, you need to ask yourself, who do you trust to rebuild this economy? A career politician who presided over the slowest economic recovery since the Great Depression? Or a proven leader who created the greatest economy in the world? The choice is clear. To bring America all the way back, we need 4 more years of President Donald Trump in the White House.
New comment. Oh, no problem guys. You're welcome. Ayan, di lang talaga ako marunong magbigay ng jacket, guys. So,
How do you speak to representative? Make a change. Yes. An initial.
Di, 17. Tapusin ko na lang ng 2 oras.
December. I need a representative. Yes, I'm trying to update a name because it's missing an initial, the middle initials that they're requiring. And I tried to do it on the update on the automated system, and it sounds like it took it, but I'm calling because I want to verify. So the number is 391 652 7290. Rolando Rodriguez. So I requested Talia May P. Belong. I don't know what the automated system took it. Well, well, let me just spell it for you. It's THALIA, and then capital MAY, and then capital P, period. It's the initial. And then Galang, GALANG.
Nalaglag, hindi marunong. Tapusin natin ng 2 hours, guys.
Talia May.
Mag-ian ako ng
Yeah, but it's missing
40
the
minutes na
initial,
lang.
the P.
40
Talia May
minutes.
P. Galang. Yes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. And yeah, Talia May should be separated.
Mag-brine muna tayo ng chicken, guys.
Yes, but so is Talia May. They should be separated from each other.
Mag-prepare muna ako ng magpabrine ng chicken.
Yeah, Talia, and then space.
Dito na muna tayo, guys, ha. Magbabrine ako ng chicken. Magbabrine tayo ng chicken, guys.
Yeah.
Silent lang muna ako kasi
Yeah,
maingay
there's
si
a
boss.
space between
Ayan.
Talia
So,
and
mag-silent muna ako, ha. We're going to do some chicken.
P, initial P, and then Galang.
Balik. Ay.
All right, thank you.
gamitin. You able to figure it out, babe?
Yeah, good thing I called back because I knew the thing had messed it up.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it does like it just has like first name and last name. Well, this is Talia May P. You know what I mean? That's special. It's not like it's a regular first and last name.
Let me grind the chicken, and then I'm gonna put that thing in my steak. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to eat it, but it's tough.
Oh, steak.
But yeah.
Here's the stuff. That was so tender.
Really? So tough. There's a lot of little. But let me get my chunk done. Well, at least I have that more for food. So we're gonna brine a brine. We're gonna brine chicken asa. Bibi, lista ka na, baby. Tapos na. Nalista na kayong lahat. Tapos na kayo. Nalista ko na. Kayo lang ga. Lista ka na, baby. Tapos na. Nalista na kayong lahat. Tapos na kayo. Nalista ko na. Kayo lang ga. La, iba lagi siya no, yung voice. Nahuhuli siya. Thank you, Langga Isa, sa pag-watch. Ang ingay. Magbabrine ako ng chicken. Isa. Magbabrine ako ng chicken. Ayan. That's this paper is a lot of them. We're gonna brine some meat. Thank you sa pag-watch, Langga. Ingay ng ano. Grinding chicken. Tapusin ko na lang yung 2 oras. Tapusin mo, mute sana ako maingay, guys. I think yeah, lista ko kayo guys. Okay? Sa kitchen ako maingay kasi nanood siya ng TV. Kaya medyo silent lang muna. Ayan, grinding chicken. Grinding beef pala. Ay, chicken beef. Isang katutak na garlic, guys. Para hindi ka na para hindi ka na magpipil. Ito, madaming garlic. Ayan, guys. Para hindi ka na magpipil. Ayan. Kasi magmamarinig tayo. Did it work? Did it work?
Well, yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. I guess the older man upstairs, she moved. I think she was the one that moving today. That they were,
No,
huh?
no, it's different.
It was a different one?
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Because that's what I saw him.
I think there's another guy who lives there too.
Really?
I saw a younger guy, the one that's even the baby.
I put a bunch of garlic and this brining chicken. Chicken. I keep calling it chicken. It's not a chicken. It's a beef. Grinding. Yes, we're gonna go brine. Ayan. I'm excited. Bonding. Yeah. So, marinated na siya. Marinated. Oh, I have my little salmon. Maybe I'll eat a little bit of salmon. I'll eat a little bit of salmon and rice. Oh, Dad, there's a leftover salad tomorrow.
Yeah.
Salad and... Huh?
You go in.
Yeah, and or...
What time do you go in?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to leave at 8:30. Yep, I have early appointment. A salad. And let me just put this. I'm gonna take the steak. Nalista na ba ako? Yes. Oo, nalista na kita. Yeah. Salamat ga. Sinsyan na. May TV kasi maingay, kaya nagsa-silent po ako. Oo, nalista na po ba? Nalista na kita, okay? And steak. Menu pala. Ay, hello. Okie doke. Live and learn. Hello. Your cookies, Daddy.
I don't want any more tonight. But, any more sweets?
Okay. Still can't figure out what is that thing. I can't figure it out how to do it. Lista.
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff in terms of putting on a show. As for the speech tonight, the main speech, Mike Pence's speech, Pence is kind of a workmanlike speaker, but his speech seems to be well written, and obviously he was packed with jabs at Biden and attempts to defend the Trump record, which is, after all, in the end, what this week has to be about for the Republicans. They generally believe they're behind. I think they believe they're behind, and they're hoping this will give them a boost. I would be surprised if it did.
President doing what he loves to do at these events is taking pictures with the folks in the front row. I guess because you were hanging around for quite a while, doing just that. He enjoys this part of campaigning. Chris Wallace, your thoughts on what we got tonight?
Well, people have used the word stagecraft. That's exactly the right word. I mean, they put this much thought and this much stagecraft into the acceptance speech by the vice president. I can't even imagine what tomorrow is going to be like when Donald Trump delivered his acceptance speech on the South Lawn of the White House. I thought it was a very well-rounded speech. That's the first part of it. It's making as strong a case as you can imagine for the Trump record. I think he took some liberties in the way he described the president's response to the coronavirus, but that happens in political speeches. And then really took apart Joe Biden's record on foreign policy, on the economy, on his response, the fact that he won't comment on it last week, that he didn't say a word about the violence in the streets of America. And they're going to hammer that, no question about it. A very effective speech. And, the most remarkable thing about tonight, think about this. How often have you seen Donald Trump at a big public event where he doesn't say a word? And I applaud him because this is Mike Pence's night, and he's not one-upping him. He's paying tribute to him, as he should. Mike Pence has been a good, loyal soldier. He did a really good job tonight. And tomorrow, it's Donald Trump's turn. Now, Karl Rove, notice that there were some prominent black speakers every night defending President Trump in a number of different ways. 3, 4, 5 of them.
Yeah.
I think that they're seeing numbers, maybe with black.
Chrissy forgot to show you her.
That they're actually moving. There's clearly an appeal.
Forgot to show you her classroom. Mhm.
Oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to
Well, she's not finished yet, but she has the board and she put like a blue thing. She said she's gonna put some stuff there. Give her a fail. She went in there. I don't know why she went in there. So she fell.
You fell?
She fell, yeah.
I think you hurt himself, maybe?
Yeah.
What happened though?
I don't know. We didn't know. Like, we didn't see him, what he was doing.
Something okay or?
Yeah, he's okay, but Chrissy has to put pack on his legs and stuff like that.
The Republicans have to engage on. They may not win the issue, but they've got to fight the issue and lay out their case, and then be followed by punching hard on the two issues on which they've got an advantage, namely rebuilding the economy and then violence and looting and rioting that we're seeing in our cities. I thought those were both effectively done. What's going to be interesting tomorrow night is if the president does what needs to be done and to be done best by him, and that is to lay out his second act. No president gets reelected by simply saying, "I've done a good job." They get reelected by drawing a contrast between themselves and their opponent. And part of that is to say, "I've got a second act in you. You're going to like what I'm coming with next."
Don Brazil, your thoughts on the fact that we did hear Joe Biden today start to play catch up on this idea of recognizing the violence in the cities. And tonight, once again, I mean, if anybody has taken a look at what's going on in Minneapolis right now, it is awful. And Kenosha is having another rough night. Your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I want to agree with my colleagues. I thought it was great pageantry tonight, and the vice president did what most vice presidents do. He lit Biden, come on, get ready now, because this is gonna be a fight. But he didn't mention Kamala Harris, which I thought was interesting here on Women's Equality Day, but I'm not gonna blame him for that. Let me just say this, Joe Biden has been speaking out gun violence, whether it's in the streets in the form of movement, which is lawless, rioting, but also Joe Biden has been lifting up the names of those who've been murdered. And I think a president who can do that, who can say no to violence, no to looting, but also no to killing unarmed people, and a president who can say Black Lives Matter is a president who's going to win this election.
Well, we're off for tonight, night number 3, and the big one tomorrow, with President Trump taking center stage. We should point out that not everyone, we're told, was tested in that crowd. We don't know the next, but just want to clarify that from saying that earlier. Remember that Hurricane Laura is striking tonight. It was mentioned in the Vice President's speech. It's going to be a part of this convention going forward. We've got you covered on Fox News Channel. Thanks for watching. I'm back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, with special report.
I'll see you at 7 o'clock Eastern with the story. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. The Ingram Angle is up next. Good night for watching. I'm Lauren Ingram. This is the Ingram Angle from Washington tonight. Mike Pence just wrapped up a really powerful address from the beautiful Fort McHenry Monument in Baltimore, Maryland. And it's a spectacular evening in Washington. No rain here. But throughout this hour, you're going to hear from a number of tonight's featured speakers. Lara Trump, Rick Grenell, Burgess Owens are all here. You're also going to hear from House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy on the congressional side of things, and Fox News contributors Ari Fleischer and Raymond Arroyo. Now, after watching all of this tonight, I have to conclude today was a bad day for the Democrats. Why? Well, they saw new polls showing that the race is tightening in the battleground stage, which means that they haven't gotten any real bounce from their convention. They finally started to realize that riots and looting, well, that's hurting them politically. So they were forced to roll out old Joe with a statement condemning exactly the type of violence that has been roiling those cities for months. Now, tonight, the Republicans
I just might take mistake for 30 minutes.
over Republican speakers hit themes and issues that were simply ignored altogether at last week's DNC. And a Chinese activist warned about the dangers of the CCP. A millennial candidate for Congress talked about how the GOP is already an economic opportunity, like 25 years old.
Yun
And
lang,
for the
sinulat
third night in a row, a lineup of eloquent African-American speakers rebutted the lie that America is a racist country and emphasized the long history of Republican support for civil rights. So, in short,
Oh, the
it
girls'
was
club,
another night
his
of
press
positive,
secretary,
upbeat
she
messages
spoke tonight.
about the promise of
McNenny
America.
or whatever, McCain.
There is another American hero to be recognized,
Wow.
and that is the common American. This is who President Trump is fighting for. He's fighting for you.
For decades, he has elevated women to senior positions in business and in government. He confides in and consults us, respects our opinions, and insists that we are unable for the
Oh, that's hers.
chooses to make a preventative mistake.
Yeah.
I was scared. And right before I fought back tears, as I prepared to lose a piece of myself forever.
Who is she?
I recovered,
Oh, that's the new press.
I felt right again.
I haven't really followed her, man. I really love.
I was blown away. Here was the leader of the free world, caring about my circumstance.
All over the country, everyday heroes serve and sacrifice for the greater good. Farmers, truckers, craftsmen. These
Wanna
heroes
snack on something, babe?
spread the love. President Trump fights for them every day.
Trump has fought tirelessly to deliver results for all Americans, despite the Democrats' baseless and ill-built impeachment scare and the media's endless obsession with it. I was proud to lead the effort standing up for the Constitution, President Trump, and most importantly, the American people. This attack was not just on the president, it was an attack on you, your voice and your vote.
When the leader tells you something, you gotta be able to count on it. That's President Trump. He says what he means what he says, and he's done what he said he would do. And every single time.
racism looks like. I've seen it firsthand. In America, it has no resemblance to President Trump. And I'm fed up with the way he's portrayed in the media, who refuse to acknowledge what he's actually done for the Black community. We can give up on the American idea, or we can work together to make our imperfect union more perfect. A radical left wants to dismantle, defund, and destroy. Republicans, under President Trump's leadership, want to rebuild, restore, and renew. As U.S. ambassador to Germany, I had a front row seat to Donald Trump's America First foreign policy. I wish every American could see how President Trump negotiates on their behalf.
When our heroes are trusted and equipped, then freedom prevails. The defeat of ISIS was the result of America believing in our heroes, our president having their backs and rebuilding our military so we'd have what we needed to finish the mission.
I chose to serve my country. If I could do it, I would do it all over again. Especially for this president. I mean, he's the kind of the president you'd run through a brick wall if he asked you to. But to new presidents. But this one, I can say, is the best president we've ever had and ever will have, I believe.
There are Americans, voters all over the country, who media is trying to convince to conform to the same old Democratic talking points. You know what that'll get you? The same old result. Donald Trump is not a politician. He's a leader. Politicians are a dime a dozen. Leaders are priceless.
Here with exclusive reaction to tonight's speeches is someone who delivered a fantastic one herself, Trump 2020 senior advisor Laura Trump. Laura, we heard from heroes, women, Chinese dissident, minorities, all saying they want America to know Donald Trump is fighting for them. Is that a piece that you feel was missing or is missing from the general assessment of this president even after 4 years in office?
Yeah, well, I think what you heard from so many people is really about the Donald Trump, like you're pointing out, that never gets portrayed out there. This is a man that works tirelessly for this country, but I wanted in my speech to highlight the fact that this is a man that loves his family, that treated me like family from day one, who is a great person. You know, he gets characterized much differently out there, oftentimes in the mainstream media, but look, there is no doubt after watching 3 days of our convention that people in this country are hopeful, they're inspired, they're excited about going back to the voting booth and voting for Donald Trump on November 3rd. Much different than what you saw last week, Laura, from the Democrats, which was so depressing and dark and really didn't leave anyone hopeful or excited. Hopefully everybody is taking that away. We worked really hard to make sure that this was upbeat and so great and really showcase this president, I think, in the way that so many of us see him, but never gets portrayed out there in the media.
And Laura, I thought it was very striking, and it brought tears to my eyes. I thought I was going to have to redo makeup tonight because when I saw those disabled, I believe most of them were veterans, in the front row at Fort McHenry, and the president looked down and saw them, and he made his way to go. I don't think it was planned, but he walked down this.
The fajitas in there? Or what?
To go in
Already brined the fajitas. I put it in the fridge already.
Oh, what's in
That's
there?
my steak.
Oh, you're chopping it or what?
But that's for my lunch tomorrow. That way, because tomorrow I have a busy day.
What time you get out?
And really, they have these mechanisms that allow them to stand specifically for the national anthem and the right at a time in our country when so many take,
As soon as my work, shoot about 6:30.
These people, I think, feel maybe we're being insulted
Yeah.
who have fought and either given their lives or given parts of their body for our country. What an incredible moment. But of course, the president went down, Lord. You know how he is.
Then we can make the quesadilla. Oh, but we don't have the tortilla, no? Oh, you have the one, the one you bought.
Great portrayal of Donald Trump and the man that so many of us know.
And I want to play what I thought was the line of the evening from Vice President Mike Pence. Watch.
Our economic recovery is on the ballot. Law and order are on the ballot. But so are things far more fundamental and foundational to our country. In this election, it's not so much whether America will be more conservative or more liberal, more Republican or more Democrat. The choice in this election
is whether America remains America.
Laura, that's what I'm hearing from so many folks that I come across. Is like it's almost like they don't recognize what's happening in America today.
Yeah, those are such powerful words from our vice president. I mean, the reality is when you hear Joe Biden himself say that he wants to fundamentally transform America, he tells you right there what his plans are. People don't want this country transformed, Laura. This is the greatest nation in the history of the world, and we want to keep our freedoms. We are a beacon of hope for so many out there across the world who don't have our freedoms and opportunities. They seek out the United States as an example. They fly our American flag when they cannot fly their own. That is what America is all about. We should never forget that. We are fighting to keep America America. Never has there been an election more consequential as we head towards November 3rd. I hope people remember that.
Laura, thanks so much. Great to see you today. And let's bring in our political panel to react to night 3 of the RNC. Joining me now, Ari Fleischer, former White House press secretary, and Sarah Carter, host of the Sarah Carter podcast, and Raymond Royal, all our Fox News contributors. All right, Ari, to you first. What was the moment for you that
And
was
that
had
one
the
left
most impact on what they wanted to accomplish tonight?
Your sister's like, well, why don't you buy Emily chair
Chair for what?
for her at the mom's house?
Chair.
Crazy.
Kind of chair.
For her to sit and eat.
A high chair?
The little table. You know what?
Oh, the
That's
one he
right.
has there. The one she
That's
has
it.
there.
I'm leaving.
That's my cue.
I'm already giving you $100.
He gave her $100.
Nah, no, he gave Chris a gift for $100.
$100?
Yeah. Oh, you weren't there, right? Yeah, he gave her $100. Ray bought her a gift, like a Kendra Scott earrings, the heart, like a big one. The dress from us that you bought, mom to a dress, Andy's,
That's your point.
and
Former NFL player Jack
workout, like stuff.
Yeah. I left to come deliver this message. My energetic 8-year-old son Jackson stopped me and said, "Dad, can you please just tell everyone that all lives need to matter and that God loves everyone? We are not as divided as our politics suggest. Are you going to allow the media to lie to you by falsely claiming that he said there were very fine white supremacists in Charlottesville? He didn't say that. It's a lie."
Raymond calling out the lies of the left.
That was so powerful tonight. We saw heart, we saw emotion, and a correction of a narrative. When I was just in Charlotte, I spoke to a lot of suburban women. The number one complaint they had about Donald Trump is the tweets, the language, what we read about Charlottesville. Here you had somebody attempting to correct the record, then women coming forward and saying, "No, this is how he impacted my life." I think the evening couldn't have been more powerful, and clearly, this is a play for the 53% of women who voted for Donald Trump last time. He needs to keep them in the tent. I think this evening touched them. It was powerfully moving. Mothers talking about their children with Down syndrome. Of course, we'll get to other highlights. But
We're getting to the nun in a moment.
Oh, yeah.
She rocked. Okay, Sarah. Speaking of things that you did here at the DNC, did anyone speaking really substantively about China? So what did the RNC do? The Republicans featured the Chinese dissident Chen Guangcheng.
The CCP is an enemy of humanity. The U.S. must use its values of freedom, democracy, and the rule of law to gather a coalition to stop CCP's aggression. President Trump had led on this.
Sarah, jaw-dropping.
It was jaw-dropping because what I took from the RNC so far from this convention is that the Trump administration, President Trump, Vice President Pence, is giving a voice to the voiceless, to those suffering under the CCP, to the Uyghurs, to the unborn children, to this incredible nun, this sister that was able to fight for the unborn talked about the family and to the American people. That, to me, is what is so essential about the RNC convention. It was actually so moving. I can stand together and know that we're actually being heard, that we have a president that actually cares and listens to us. And I think that's what I took from it.
The voiceless. We've heard that so often over the last 3 years. Ari, throughout these 3 days, we've been hearing some powerful stories about Donald Trump's compassion. Here's one of them about a mom that stepped in her disabled son when she pushed against doctors' orders.
President Trump shook my hand and said, "Wonderful job, Mom. Your son is amazing."
I know.
Unlike the doctor who told me to end Samuel's life before it even began, President Trump did not dismiss my son. He showed Samuel
I'm gonna get it. You're gonna.
Well, make you think of President Trump in a very different light.
Kasi na,
People acknowledge
envelope.
he's a tough guy. It's one of the reasons we elected in 2000.
Check it. I can't put it inside.
But I do think Laura has a vulnerability, and that's when they say he's tough, they know it. Because he doesn't care. He's too tough. And some of his tweets make you think he can be too offensive sometimes. So the moment to set for the president tomorrow is really nail the landing. But I'd love to hear him talk